my gosh, something very exciting happened. I feel like a lot of people won't think this is exciting, but if you know how long I have been making YouTube videos, you will know that this is like such a huge milestone for me that I've been waiting on for a while. But I literally, right before I hit record on this camera, because I was gonna start filming for my reading vlog, and I had been reading some of my other books on my iPad before starting this video, and I went to go look and see if anybody had like posted anything on Instagram or whatever. And when I turned my phone over, because I flipped my phone upside down, and I flipped it over to look at it, when I went to go look at my phone, I had a notification from YouTube that said that I unlocked advanced features for your YouTube channel, and I was like, the only thing I know of that I haven't unlocked yet is the community tab that I know I can unlock right now. And but then when I looked up how to unlock it like a couple of months ago, it was you had to have hit 500 subscribers, and I'm like nowhere near 500 subscribers. So I was like, okay, there's no way that I'm gonna be able to hit this until I hit, get 500. Well, I look at my phone and I click the notification to see what this new feature is, and it's literally the community tab, and I have somehow unlocked the community tab. We have somehow unlocked the community tab, because if you weren't watching my channel and subscribing and everything, then I wouldn't have unlocked this community tab. So I think that is so cool, and I hope that we can chat in the community tab every once in a while whenever I post new videos and things like that, and get your feedback on what I should post on my channel and everything. So that is so cool, and I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who has helped me achieve this goal, because I have been waiting so long to unlock this feature on YouTube. Anyways, I just want to say that, and that's a good happy start to this video, I guess. So if you don't know, this book and me have had a journey together. Let me just tell you. I talked about this in one of my last videos, but if you are just now finding my channel from this video, let me give you a little backstory on this book real fast. So I bought this book 2 years ago because Olivia from Liv's Library mentioned this book in one of her videos, and I was like, okay, I'm in the mood to read something spooky. This seems like right up my alley, so I really want to buy it. So I bought it, and then I never read it for 2 years. And now we're here, and there is a readathon happening for this weekend called the Thrill Till Halloween Readathon, and the prompt fits this book very well. It's just anything with escaping something is the prompt for the weekend. And there's also a buddy read, but I don't think I'm going to be reading the buddy read. I think I'm just going to read this book for the readathon. And there's also like a live show and a bunch of different things happening, so I'm super excited to participate in this readathon. But I'm also going to be buddy reading this with Kendall from Bookphoria, I'm pretty sure. And I am terrified to read this book. This is literally, if you look at the front cover, it's literally a ghost girl. She looks like the Grudge mixed with the girl from The Ring, like literally scary. And I am so terrified to read this. However, it is a very thick book. It's like almost 400 pages long, but it's written in, when I kind of flipped through the pages a little bit, I didn't read anything, I just flipped. It's written very interview documentary style, and so it shouldn't take me long to get through this book. Hopefully I can finish it within this weekend, because after this weekend I am starting on Tuesday, I'm starting the Gilmore Girls readathon. So without further ado, let's get into this book and let's see how I feel about it, because this book has literally been haunting me for 2 years, and I need to just read it and get it over with. I am terrified. So I'm going to read the first 10 to 20 pages, and then I'll check in with you and see how I feel so far. everybody, and hello. So today is now Saturday, and I wanted a different change of scenery, so ignore my coffee cup in the background right there. I just had breakfast. I went outside and played with Piper for a few minutes to throw the frisbee for her, because if I can get as much energy out of her as I can, that's great for me, because it gets me to where I can be able to read a little bit in the day, but I always make sure that she is good to go before like I do anything. Speaking of, let me go let her in because she is barking, and that means that I probably won't be able to film right here because she's gonna get up all in my face. Does anybody else's dogs, anytime you sit on the ground, they think that you're like wanting to play with them? Because this one always wants me to do that. She gets in my face like this, and then I can't sit down on the ground to film unless I lock myself in a room because she wants to do this. Okay, ma'am, you can lay in my lap. Okay, let's do this. Now, no, stay. Okay, oh my gosh, okay. I'm trying to talk to you. Okay, maybe this will work. I don't know, we're gonna try and see. Okay, well anyways, Piper is joining us in the update for this book that we are reading, which is called Rules for Vanishing. So last night I read only 20 pages, or about 18 pages of this book. There is slobber all over the book now because of Piper. Thank you for that. This is what the book looks like. And I am about to start chapter 2 of the book, but it's like, I don't know how to explain the book unless you've read it, but there's like different parts to the book. There's like files, like it's interview style in some parts, and then there's like main chapters of the story, and then it goes back into like interview. It like flip-flops between like the storyline and then like interviews that happen, like the like documentary files that somebody found and are trying to figure out this whole case. And it is not too bad right now. There are a few things that are kind of spooky. I feel like that if people are very spooked out by certain things, I would say that they would probably be a little bit scared. Like if you like do not like ghosts whatsoever, but like I watch like Ghost Adventures and things like that, so it's not too bad for me right now. And also it reminds me a lot of the way that Pretty Little Liars started, where it was like a game, like A was trying to, you know, get to them or whatever, but it's like a game situation that the teens made up to like scare other like their friends and make it like a folklore type like legend thing, and that kind of like Hocus Pocus, where everybody was like, oh, if you go light this candle, the witches are gonna come back, like, and make it like a game. That was this is kind of like what it's going off of right now. So it's not too bad right now, but I am probably gonna be speaking too soon and jinxing myself by saying that. But I'm gonna start reading for a little bit and then see how I feel. Anyways, that's all that's happened so far, is like they have introduced this like game, but like this other girl is going to this interview to like talk to this person about about it actually being like a real thing, like the girl is actually missing and stuff. The girl went missing, and then they say that they see her ghosts everywhere, and then this group of kids in 2017, which I don't think this is like a real thing. I've looked it up and it doesn't say anything about it being based on a true story, but I could be wrong, but I don't think it's real. But in like 2017 in the book, they, the kids like found, they say that the girl actually, that they didn't find her in the woods, she found them, and then that's where I ended it. So I am excited to see what's gonna happen next. Also, peep the new little thing on my hand. So my mom had an Apple Watch, and I never really was an Apple Watch person. I just like don't really find the like point in having an Apple Watch unless you're like, you know, constantly on the go, like, you know, a doctor or nurse, or you know, somebody that's at like work all day and can't really get on their phone as much, and it's easier for them to, you know, do everything on the watch. And so I'm not that type of person, so I really don't see the point in me having one. If you don't know, my mom unfortunately passed away a couple months ago, and my dad was like, I don't know what to do with her watch. Do you want it? I know you don't really like, care about the watches, but if you want it, you can have it. And so today I got it. I've been meaning to go and get it, and I just haven't. Every time we see each other, we just don't ever talk about the watch. And so now I have an Apple Watch. I'm still kind of getting used to it. I don't know how I fully feel about it because it's just like, I'm not used to, my wrists are so small. Like, they are literally like a toddler size wrist. And so I'm getting used to it. So that's why I don't really wear a lot of bracelets and things. I also just like, don't ever think about bracelets. I like more necklaces and rings than I do like a watch or anything. So anyways, that's besides the point of this video, but I just wanted to make a little comment on that because it's like random that y'all never see me with this on, and now I have one. But anyways, going back to this book, I have read I've read all of part 1 in this book, which is all about the game and like what's going on with the game. And then I ended on part 2, which is, it looks like this. It says The Road. And this one, I've read like a bunch of the interview style pages, and then I've read the first 5 actual chapters. And then I'm about to start chapter 6. I'm on page I think I'm like almost to page 75. Yes, I'm like 73. I'm on page 73. And right now it is not too bad. If you were a fan of like Riverdale, Pretty Little Liars, Ghost Adventures, like that type of stuff, then it's actually not that bad of a book. Like, so far, I might be speaking too soon, like I said earlier. Oh, it's not thing. I'm cooking chicken nuggets right now. But if you like those type of shows and you can watch those shows with no problems or anything, and that's like your cup of tea of shows to watch, like me, I love Riverdale. I'm very sad it's about to end this year. And like Stranger Things, like anything like that. That's kind of what the vibe of this book is to me so far. So it's actually not too bad right now. However, I could be speaking too soon, and something crazy and creepy could be happening soon. But we'll have to see how we feel. But if I can handle Riverdale with no problems, then I think I can handle this book. So I'm going to continue reading. I'm also about to, after I eat lunch, Sarah from Sarah's Reading Nook and Angela are doing a reading sprints. They're doing Catterday reading sprints today. So I think I might jump on those in a couple of minutes and read with them again. I did this, I did this last Saturday, I think it was, when they did this, and so I'm excited to read with them again. I think I have 2 other books that I'm trying to finish by the end of October, so I think I'm going to read those first and then read more of this book. So far, this book is actually pretty good, and I really, really like the writing style, and I like the storyline is giving me like teen drama, like spooky teen drama show vibes. So anyways, I'm going to go back to reading for a little bit and eat some lunch. Page 140. So I just entered the 3rd part of the book. We've entered The Beast, and I am loving the book so far. It's very interesting. It's still not like, it's spooky, but it's not like, oh my gosh, I cannot read this. Like, it's not bad at all. It hocus pocus vibes kind of too, because the town that they end up in, the way that I'm picturing it, it looks like the town that like Thackeray and Emily grew up in, like the Pioneer Village, like that kind of look is what I'm getting from this book. And so it's like, I think with me interpreting it to different things that I've seen before helps it not be so scary to me. I don't know, it's just like, it's not as scary as what I was expecting it to be. However, again, I could be speaking too soon and I'm just not there quite yet. There is some creepiness to it, but it's not that bad. Like, I feel like Riverdale, me watching Riverdale and like Pretty Little Liars and stuff has helped me to be able to like get through this book, if that makes sense. But anyways, that is a little book update, but for
no.
What do we know about lockers?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right.
How would I know how it works? Yeah, I feel like this is the what does the key go to?
Door. Yes.
Maybe you can't use the key in the door until we unlock the other one.
Okay, hello everyone. Today is Sunday. I have not talked to the camera today yet, and it is currently almost 4 p.m. But I have been doing so much this morning that I didn't actually start reading my book until like a couple of hours ago, like maybe like 2 hours ago, I think it was. Yeah, because it was like around 1 o'clock that I started reading. But I have read about like 2 chapters so far because I had to actually leave and go to Walgreens with Brandy because we randomly decided that we're going to trunk or treat tonight at my grandma's church. So we're not dressing up or anything. I'm literally just going to wear this sweater and leggings and some boots. It says, I want to watch Hocus Pocus and eat Halloween candy, and then it has my like initials and the little pumpkin. And so I'm wearing that, and I'm just gonna wear that for my for the trunk or treat thing. And let's talk about this book for a minute because, like I said, I've just read a couple of the chapters today, and I still need to read a good bit. I still have about like an hour that I have enough time to read today because once I get home, I don't know if I'm gonna read when I get home. I might, but I still want to watch a few shows and before the day ends, so I don't know how much I would be able to read of this book today because I was planning on reading like a good chunk of it today, but now that I have to go to trunk or treat, it's messing up some of my reading time. So I am hoping to finish this book tomorrow, but let me tell you, I don't know how to explain this book really right now because I feel like I don't know how to explain it. Anyways, let me just try to explain it as best as I can because I feel like people are expecting me to be like very creeped out by this book, which I was expecting to be very creeped out, unless I just still have not gotten to the point of the creepiness. They have just, I think they're about to go through the 4th gate of the 7, so they're like pretty far into it, and they've just passed like the antler creature and then like this other weird girl, and they're like walking through water. If you've read the book, you know what I'm talking about, but they're like walking through water, and then they're like passing through to the next gate, which I think is the 4th gate. They're about halfway through all the gates, and I'm almost to page 200. I'm on 174, and the last couple of chapters, like the whole chapter of them walking through the water and like that whole thing, like what I've read so far today has been so boring to me. I don't know why, but I think it's because the characters in this, like the beast looking thing that's like an antler creature or whatever, is like reminding me of like that same creature that they had in Riverdale. And it's almost like I'm reading a Riverdale episode instead of me reading like something really creepy and crazy, which Riverdale is pretty creepy of a show. But it's like it's almost like I've read it before in a way, but I've never read this book. But it's like I've seen it on Riverdale, so it's like, I don't know. I just like, I am kind of getting bored with the book all of a sudden, but maybe I just need to push through and finish it because, I mean, I've almost about made it halfway through this book. I might as well finish it. And, you know, it's taken me 2 years to read it, so I might as well finish it. So I'm going to read a little bit more, and then I'll try to check in before I go to trunk or treat. And then I think I might bring my camera to trunk or treat so I can get a few clips there. And I'm trying to think of what else. But yeah, so that's pretty much, I'm not sure with how deep I'm getting into the book. I'm not 100% sure if I will read any, like, when I get home and it being dark and stuff because I do live alone. So, yeah, I don't know if I want to read right before bed. So, because I just, like, don't want, you know, creepy, I don't know if it's, like, my brain is just, like, blanking out and I'm just reading. It's very, like, filler words in there. Like, it kind of like tells you the creepy stuff but mixes it within like normal like talking or whatever. I don't know how to explain it. So it doesn't make it as creepy as to me. I don't know. I don't know how to explain this book honestly right now, because it's just, I think I'm in like a weird slump part of the book and I just need to get past that part. But anyways, let me continue reading while I have some time, and then I will check in before I leave for trunk or treat. Hey guys, we are headed to trunk or treating. Check out my hat. We're twins. Hello everyone. It is now Tuesday. I was supposed to have this video go up on Monday, but my weekend got a little chaotic and I could not find time to read. I finally finished Rules for Vanishing last night at like around 6. Last night it took me the entire rest of the day to read the rest of this book. I still had about I think I was halfway through the book, and then I finished like the last 200 pages yesterday, and oh my gosh, I have my thoughts about this book, and I am probably going to make some people sad, but I had to sadly give this book 3 stars. I feel like maybe it could have been 4 stars, but I don't know. But there's a house that they go to that reminds me, I think because I've watched all of those like shows and stuff, and I'm like used to watching that creepy to help me get through this book, because a lot of what happened in those shows happened in this book. So I was like, well, it's not that scary because I've seen it on this show or I've seen it on this show, and it didn't really like creep me out as much as I thought it was going to. And also what's weird is like I really thought that I was not going to be able to read this book, and I mean, hello, I didn't read it for 2 years, but I ended up giving it 3 stars because the ending was kind of like, I don't know, the ending didn't really have a good ending to me. I didn't really care for the ending, and I wanted to like keep reading to see how it ended, but like it was, because there was stuff that was happening towards the end of the book that I was like, oh my gosh, this, oh my gosh, this, and then the ending was just kind of like, not, it was like anticlimactic. I don't know, it just like, did not really, it didn't give me the vibes that I thought it was going to give me. I don't know. Anyways, but yes, the house that they go into, it reminds me a lot of the Vecna house on Stranger Things, and then like just like different things that happen reminded me of different shows that I've seen before. So that is my take on this book, and I'm glad that I finally read it so I could check it off my list, because it's been on my bookshelf for literally years. I don't know if I probably will unhaul this book at some point, just because it just, I don't know, I just like, it wasn't what I thought. I feel like it was definitely overhyped for what it was, and I don't know, maybe it was like, I could totally see, it's like very interesting to me how from just, without even like knowing when the books came out, I know if a book is a backlist compared to like the way that the writing style is, or how like spooky it is, or whatever is going on. I'm like, okay, this definitely has to be a backlist, and I look and it is. So I'm like really good at telling like when books came out if I like don't know when they came out. And I don't know, and just like you could just tell that it was an older book, I guess, I don't know. But anyways, I think I got it like the year that it came out, or maybe the year after that, I don't remember. But anyways, that is my thoughts on this book. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. And also make sure to subscribe, because I have another reading vlog coming out soon on the Gilmore Girls readathon, which is happening next week, but I'm actually going to get an early start starting today. And I think there are reading sprints tonight, so I think I'm going to start reading my book today. And I'm trying to think of what else I'm doing. I don't know. I think that's pretty much all that I can tell you about this book. And yeah, I guess I will see you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.